Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NewsBrowse News broadcast. According to CBS News, President Donald Trump has formally sent the nomination of Todd Blanche to the Senate to serve as the United States Attorney General, aiming to solidify his former defense lawyer's leadership over the Department of Justice. Blanche has been serving as the acting Attorney General since April, following Trump's firing of Pam Bondi. Before stepping into the acting role, Blanche spent just over a year as the Deputy Attorney General, the department's number 2 official responsible for overseeing criminal and national security operations. However, Blanche is expected to face a challenging confirmation process in the Senate. Some Republican senators, particularly those retiring in January, have expressed skepticism. Outgoing Republican Senator Thom Tillis of North Carolina stated that he has not yet decided whether to support Blanche's nomination in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Tillis emphasized that a crucial requirement for earning his support would be for Blanche to formally condemn the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. According to a report by Al Jazeera, the United States has imposed visa restrictions on more than 100 Nicaraguan officials and their family members following the death of indigenous leader Brooklyn Rivera in state custody. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio described the circumstances of the 73-year-old activist's death as horrific, accusing the government of President Daniel Ortega and co-president Rosario Murillo of treating Rivera at Nicaraguan as a political prisoner to crush dissent. Rivera, a prominent representative of the Mosquito people, had been detained since September 2023 on terrorism-related charges and died on May 34, with the government citing organ failure. His death sparked international outrage and prompted United Nations experts to call for an independent autopsy and investigation, citing a broader pattern of state-sponsored violations against indigenous peoples in Nicaragua. With these new measures, the U.S. has now sanctioned over 2,350 Nicaraguan officials as part of its ongoing scrutiny of the country's human rights record. According to NBC News, internet hosting service Cloudflare has revealed that website traffic generated by artificial intelligence agents and automated bots has surpassed human-generated traffic for the first time in internet history. Cloudflare's data indicates that bots now account for 57.4% of web requests, while humans make up 42.6%. Matthew Prince, co-founder and CEO of Cloudflare, expressed surprise at the rapid growth of this agentic traffic, which he had not expected to eclipse human traffic until 2027. This shift is primarily driven by autonomous AI agents browsing vast numbers of websites to collect data and make comparisons. While some internet users argue that this trend supports the dead internet theory, the idea that the web will eventually be dominated by bots interacting with each other, Prince disagrees, noting that AI tools actually democratize content creation. Looking to the future, Prince suggests that the rise in bot traffic could lead to a restructuring of the internet's business model. Since bots do not click on advertisements, websites may begin charging bots for access to digital content, which could theoretically make the web entirely free for human users again. According to a report by RNZ, a Paris court has dismissed all charges against pro-independence Kanak leader Christian Téin and 13 other individuals in New Caledonia. The accused had been investigated for their alleged roles in the severe civil unrest that erupted in May 2024. The panel of judges ruled that there was insufficient evidence to proceed, erring on the side of a no-case-to-answer decision. In response, the public prosecution has lodged an appeal against the dismissal. Téin, the leader of the Field Action Coordinating Group, CCAT, was arrested in June 2024 and held in pre-trial detention in mainland France for nearly a year. He was elected president of the FLNKS in absentia while jailed, and was permitted to return to New Caledonia in December 2025. The 2024 unrest, which caused significant economic damage and resulted in 14 deaths, was triggered by proposed changes to provincial voting eligibility. The ruling arrives at a highly sensitive time as New Caledonia prepares for provincial elections scheduled for June 2026. According to a report by the Liberty Times, the United States Department of Defense has updated its blacklist of Chinese companies accused of assisting the Chinese military. The latest additions to the list include major e-commerce group Alibaba, search engine giant Baidu, and prominent electric vehicle manufacturer Baidu. Other notable additions to the list are biotech firm Wuxi AppTech and artificial intelligence-driven robotics company RoboSense. While being placed on this list does not impose immediate official sanctions on these enterprises, new regulations dictate that the Pentagon will be prohibited from signing contracts or purchasing products and services from these blacklisted entities in the coming years. Furthermore, this blacklisting serves as a formal warning to Pentagon suppliers and other U.S. government departments regarding the military's assessment of these companies. Bloomberg reports that this move is highly likely to intensify ongoing tensions between the U.S. and China. Some of the newly blacklisted companies have previously taken legal action against the U.S. government over similar listings. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.